just wanted to make a quick intro. So you're gonna see in this video a conversation I had with a really good friend. So we were traveling in Vienna. And we had this conversation about travel and how it changed our lives personally. And she has a really interesting point of view of travel and what it can bring to each of us. I definitely saw some difference, I definitely experienced so many things while traveling, and I do think traveling did change me in a lot of ways, and it definitely helped opening your mind to the world and to different cultures, and just opening your mind in general. And you learn so much by traveling because you meet so many different people, so it just open your mind to the world basically. Yeah. And I think also meeting new people and different people really help you just being more tolerant and more accepting of others, and not being as judgy or as critical as you may have been. And so yeah, I wanted to show this video quickly. So it's a quick video. I think it's like 4 minutes or something, but it's really interesting, and I think you would definitely get something out of it. So I definitely recommend watching it. So this is my friend Radhika.
Hey guys!
And today we're gonna make a video about the advantages of traveling. So I'm gonna ask Radhika, which is like a long-time traveler, and she's gonna tell us her point of view on how travel kind of changed her life, and maybe open her perspective, and how travel can open your mind on the world.
Well, I think travel changes you at the soul level, you know. So travel is good for the soul. It takes you not only to different lands, but it allows you to soak in different cultures. So, you know, these people, when people travel and then they tend to eat the same food that they are comfortable with, I would disagree with that, and, you know, soak in all the experiences, not just about seeing the different sides, but just, you know, sometimes even like being stationary in like a cafe, or at like maybe even just a fountain, and just see the world go by in that particular city or town, wherever you are, and try to soak in the local culture, immerse in the local cuisine, talk with the locals. You know, it's amazing. It changes you. It gives you a different perspective on other people's lives. Because I feel like everybody, you know, all cultures tend to live in a bubble of sorts, and they think, oh, how their food is great. Like, I'm Indian, and I know that Indians have this tendency of like, you know, oh, our food is so tasty and it's good, there's so many spices, and it's not like that everywhere. But it's not even that. Like, if you, for example, if you go to European countries, they tend to eat the food without the spices, because, you know, in a way that allows the taste of the actual food to shine. So sometimes it's even important to taste the real food. So I'm giving you examples of how, you know, traveling and tasting different foods opens your mind. Yeah. So whenever you travel, it's not only just going to different places, but really actually experiencing the culture really, like, you know. Or maybe you could take some cookery classes, like trying to learn how they cook their food, that would also, because the chefs, they kind of teach you why they cook the stuff in certain ways, why they use certain sauces, why a particular type of wine goes with some food, that. So all that is really, really important.
I wanted to add that traveling isn't just going to another places. Yes, there's the part where you discover new landscape, monuments, and like the architecture, and maybe like the city, the beautiful landscapes, and you know. But it's not only about changing places. It's also learning to get out of your comfort zone. We all have a certain comfort zone that where we spend most of our time. And travel really allow you to kind of like get out of your routine kind of, and maybe even build another routine in the place you go, and build another routine in the country you visit. um, and really it's really allow you to kind of change your routine, and you learn to also be comfortable into very uncomfortable situation. Sometimes it's very challenging for you because it's maybe things that you may not be used to. Um, but I think overall it kind of builds your resilience, and it strengthens you on a deeper level. Um, it also opens you up to new things, and stay in the same place, I feel that it kind of like closes you because you get used to the same thing all the time. And so you may be very hesitant to try a new thing, or to meet people, or even to interact with people that you may not interact with in a normal um, circumstance. But travel really helps you getting out of your comfort zone, and like interacting with people that may be different from you, and that may challenge your point of view of life and of the world, And this is very interesting because it allows you to be more tolerant and to not be as sensitive about some subject, for example, or maybe to change your mind on some things. So overall, it kind of like challenge your perspective on things, and your how can I say, and your opinion on things. In the video, Radhika mentioned the food example, but it can be applicable to everything. Trying out different food, but also maybe different clothing, maybe different makeup, maybe different lifestyle also, And just this can help you grow, and you learn by just applying those different things, you know. You grow so much just by learning directly from the people from the different places you might visit. And you learn so much, and you learn so when traveling I would recommend trying to talk to a lot of different people, especially local people, you know, because obviously when you travel you will meet people from your country or people from the place you are currently living. But I would recommend to actually challenge yourself to go meet different people and people that you usually in normal circumstances won't talk to or not even try to interact with. So I would recommend try to like speak to different people, to interact with different people, and the reason I'm recommending that is because you will learn so much from these different people, and you will learn about their culture, their lifestyle, maybe their languages, but also history. And sometimes you actually might be surprised by how much you were wrong and how much you can actually learn from them, you know, and not interacting with them would actually prevent you from actually learning those things, you know. So overall, travel really helps you to grow on a soul level, you know. And I think that's the beauty of it. I'm not saying travel is easy, but overall, travel has so many advantages, so many benefits that you would be missing out if you don't travel. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Wait, let me think about another question. So for you, how actually traveling can change the world in a more general sense?
Oh, it's very important actually, because what happens is somebody sitting in, like, say, as I said, I'm from India, so I'm going to give examples of India. So somebody sitting in, say, Pune, which is my hometown, and not knowing why certain people, say, in a German town, act in a certain way. So unless the person from Pune travels to that town in Germany and experiences, you know, and exposes them to that person's culture, they wouldn't know, you know. So it's, you know, this old proverb that you need to walk in an other person's shoes for a day. It's something like that, you know. So it really changes your perspective on life. So something like that, yes. So if people from different worlds actually, you know, put this proverb in action, you know, walk in other people's shoes for a day, I think it would solve so many world issues on its own, because people would, there would be immediate realization of things, and I mean, we wouldn't even have to have so many debates. So guys, travel a lot. It's really good for the soul.
You know, about this point, it's very interesting. I was reflecting about like my encounter with Radhika, or a lot of people that I meet actually while traveling. And it's very funny because most of the time they come from another country, I come from a country, and we meet in a place, and then we end up traveling to other places together. So it's kind of like, it's so crazy how easy it is to, or not easy, but it's so crazy how some synchronicity just happen. Um, for example, with Radhika, so she's Indian, I'm French, Moroccan. We met in Prague, and we kind of started traveling together. We went to Vienna, Hallstatt, and it's so, I don't know, it's very interesting to see how some synchronicities just happen. And it's so interesting to see how interconnected we are, and how actually very similar we are. And I think this is the main point of this video. It's to actually raise awareness around the idea that we are actually very similar, and I think we are more similar than we might think. Even people from like two different part of the world can be very, very similar, and it's just very interesting to see that, I think, and it's just open your mind in how our vision can be very limited and very narrow, especially when we're not used to actually see other perspective and other things or different things. And also, especially when we don't actually challenge our perspective, we kind of stay stuck into this narrow vision or narrow point of view, and I think it's very unfortunate. So yeah, if this video has a goal, is to actually raise awareness and to actually show that we are very similar, and that we are very connected. And I think if more people around the world start to realize that, it would bring more peace and more understanding. And I have some hope around that. Yeah. So yeah, I really hope that this video will help you, and maybe it will also just maybe motivate you to travel and to meet new people and to just experience, and not to just continue living in fear, and just surpass any kind of fear that you may have. And yeah, this video is really to inspire you to travel more, to meet new people, and to explore new culture and not be stuck in fear. So yeah, I hope this video will help you, and I will see you on my next video. Bye!